more videos.
Good evening.
Hello.
Top quality interaction. Thank
Oh,
you.
I know.
Yeah, you're good. Right, we're here today with we have our new toy, the highly anticipated MS2 from Yokomo. We've been running. Well, I've been running an MS1. Yeah, you broke it constantly. You ran the MS1 for a long time. I ran the MS1 for all last season with great success. I've enjoyed the car, but it did need a few bits and pieces out of the box to get it well up to the rigors of my driving, basically. Which was unfortunate, but I mean, a good, really good car when it got sorted out. It just took a little bit of getting there and benefit from alloy hubs and bits and pieces like that. But again, when we got that sorted out, the car was really quick. So yeah, we're keen to see what they've done with this. I think I was expecting this to be a refinement rather than a massive jump. But what I can see so far, it seems to be a pretty massive step from where we were. But yeah, let's get inside and have a look and see what's in the kit. Okay, box open. Instructions out of the way for a second. We don't need just those. Decal sheet, everything else is there. I have had a sneaky look through this just to give us a wee rough idea where we're up to, because again I wanted to see where we were up to with it. First thing that we notice, probably the main thing in this, is it is a different chassis to where we've been with the MS1 and the cars before it that were all not the same but interchangeable. The big difference coming from this opening here. It's nice to see development and everything else. The downside of things are, as I've got, you know, two graphite chassis sitting there, an aluminium chassis,
Steel.
one of the Migi model steel chassis sitting there. Unfortunately, they're all MS1. So it's going to be a case of finding again. What we notice with this is more mounting positions for the battery pack. This dual hole here, I haven't figured out what that is for, and some small drill holes in the chassis as well, I'm assuming for flex. But yeah, as usual Yokomo quality, really nice bit of kit, finished in that lovely matte graphite again. So as we delve into this, we'll try and do it, we'll hook through and try and do this by bag number again, just to get nosy. Okay, for comparison, what we need to compare stuff to, my MS1 is there. First thing we come to, the first bag we get to as such, is the front spool. It doesn't sound like much, but there's a 4-tooth difference between the pulley size between the MS1 and the MS2. Doesn't sound like much, but when you actually look at them, when you're used to seeing the smaller diff pulley on the MS1, it looks so much bigger. Somebody with a better knowledge of it than me thought that was a big step forward. Again, we'll see when we get on track. The one thing you do notice with this, unfortunately, it's the steel out drives, which aren't quite as tough as the alloy out drives, but the spool itself is a lovely lightweight milled affair. And yeah, everything in there as we should know, nothing really to report apart from the diff size. Bag 2 then is where things get a little bit interesting. Again, traditional diff build that we're used to, however, that is the aluminium, and that is the aluminium diff. Pardon?
Chances is.
No, sorry.
Okay.
Look at that. I'm a real man.
Okay.
Scissors may be handy, actually. Run Padawan, get me my equipment.
Yes, general.
Once we get that out, I can confirm.
Just look. It's stuck, so careful.
Is that aluminium or is that plastic?
Aluminium.
Definitely, you sure? It is, yeah.
Yep, Scotch.
That's nice.
Yep,
I mean, that is.
There goes the value.
That was an expensive upgrade on the MS1. It's great to see that included in the package.
You could have used the notch band.
Oh, I did. All I did was fail learning on it. Be it yourself, it's not scratched. As we get into here, you get a physical size difference in the pulleys. And again, just a nice upgrade. Nice to get that in the packet, so it's not something you need to go in and invest in. Nice to have that sitting there, ready to go already. Okay, number 2. Put that back in the box, please.
No, in the box.
The box.
It's in the box.
In the box. It's a good place for it. Get us into bag number 3 then. Has the smaller spur gear, which is how they're doing the different gearing options without having to get silly with anything else. Different gearing options. The pulley is different to what we're used to as well. It looks like a new, again, that's an aluminium pulley with it, and all one piece as opposed to having the 2. Yeah, lovely, happy days.
One less thing to go wrong.
Well, yeah. Okay. Then onto the guts of the transmission into bag 4. Its own separate bag here, which no, it's okay. Okay. I'm actually quite glad to see, because I did bend one of the old ones.
Oh, the motor mouse.
The motor mount, yeah, and it's a much simpler.
Bowl of shame.
Joey's referring to the bowl of shame, which is where I make him put his broken parts.
And yours.
Less of mine.
Bet motor mount.
Bet motor mount,
The
yeah.
1 corner alloy.
Oh, I break things properly typically. That again is a lovely. It's a cast aluminium piece with the edges machined off it. Being much smaller, it doesn't have the prolonged edge, which is where the bend came from last time in it. But yeah, sorry, you want to nose it though?
Yeah, I do. Nice.
Just like that. And the rest of the bag then is pretty much as we expect. Belt there. The bulkheads are new as well, front and rear on it. They no longer have the top section to keep the bearing in, just basically little levers that hold them in, all in an effort to reduce the center of gravity. Big heavy duty ball studs, and again just the usual battery strap and everything else that, yeah, we've lots of sitting in next door.
Yeah.
Right, there's that. Put that in. Bag 5 then moves on to the shock towers.
Hey, Frank.
Oh, here's the cat.
Hey, buddy.
Front shock towers.
Oh, you're not
I'm not sure about the exact geometry of them, but look very similar to what we had in the MS1. Rear body post looks, I suspect, is the same as we had in the MS1 as well, which is great. It means the upright body posts should fit in okay as well. I'm just not a big fan of the horizontal body posts, simply because some of our stock racing can be a little bit rougher. This tends to be slightly more robust. What is quite interesting though are these new shock mounts at the back there. Again, lovely cast alloy that fit in front, whereas the shocks at the moment hang off the back of the suspension arms. These then hang off the front to keep all the weight centralized in the car. Because again, whenever we stop playing with your cat.
He's up here now.
Yeah, he's fine. Right, so it moves the shocks more mid-mounted than this then. Everything else has to come forward as well. And they are the same idea as we had on the MS1, where the shock angle is adjustable with spacers. Again, all lovely machine and everything else. Step 6, stuff that we've all seen with the MS1. I suspect that's even the same moulding for the mounts on the graphite wishbones and the ball cups as well, that mount the joints into the chassis. Not very interesting. Okay, bag 7 then is where there's another big change, and I have some comparison here. If we crack this open and grab the wishbones out and the top deck as well.
Do you want to do the top deck first?
Yeah, we'll do the top deck first because it's just easier, I think. So
Is that detailed?
they're longer. I know they are longer. They use, from what I can gather, they use the same system as the MS1, but they are interchangeable. Yeah, they're exactly the same. So you can play about with the flex characteristics that you want. I guess slightly different front to rear at the moment. These will be, we used to cut that joint in the MS1. But again, they're much more similar to the MS1 that we had. We end up running the rear, front and rear most of the time. To give you an idea of length difference, that's the MS1 mounted on top of. So it is, when you see it visually, you can tell it is quite a difference. Obviously that then will control flex to the chassis.
Like 1 centimetre, centimetre and a half.
You could get calipers if you wanted. They're on the bench.
Table or
Do
bench?
you care enough?
Aye, sure.
Nah, go for it. Go on.
Give people like proper measurements.
Oh, yeah, there's no point in half-assing it, is there?
Yeah, exactly.
Right, go.
Like having accents.
What? I like having accents. I thought you said accents. I was going to get really offended. Right, so we'll measure those in a wee second whenever himself comes back. And again, wishbones have taken a big change as well with this. Come along. Again, I've a set of the MS1 wishbones sitting beside me here as well, just for comparison's sake. Front and rear, okay. So again, shape-wise, they're very, very similar, but there is quite a difference whenever we get into the actual length of it. This doesn't appear to have, the length difference doesn't appear to have come from, that's interesting actually. The length difference doesn't appear to have come from, the center mounts look to be very similar. It's the outer hubs that are different on them. I'm just looking there, the rear suspension mounts are quite different as well. There's, that looks like a 4 or 5 mil difference, but you can see the difference in, no, Joey can't find the calipers. Oh well. You can see the difference. Is that none? That's the non-TPU one. That's the ankle breaker. I ordered the wrong filament. But you see there is, like I said, I think it's a 5 and a 6 mil difference if I remember right. In my head, I'm thinking it's 22 mil. I saw on that. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised to see the difference in the mounts on that.
Yeah, they are surprisingly different.
Yeah, it's something that hasn't changed an awful lot in the past couple of cars. But look, that's where we are.
Shorter.
Please put the MS1 wishbones with the other MS1 wishbones and the MS1 parts, because I'm easily enough confused without having 2 different car bits sitting about.
It's a big box.
That's over here. Cheers.
Put it in your box.
Yeah. start your own joke. Right, so let's pop those back into there. Get in.
I'll put them with the easy in the box.
There. Back into there.
Where do these go?
Let's go straight in this one.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And that goes in as well. Now, roll bars, I think, were different as well. They are massively. Yeah, you can see the.
They're much longer.
Yeah, the rear.
That way.
Yeah, the rear bar's different, much longer in the leg. The front bar's different. It's a much greater angle on it as well. Interesting. So that means we're going to have to.
Fiddle about
I literally just got the full roll bar collection for the last year's indoors. So yeah, so with some brand new MS1 anti-roll bars, let me know. And all the usual mouldings for the
other bits and bobs.
yeah. Again, these don't come with the moulded top arms like the MS1 did. They have the cat's being a twit. These have the adjustable
Go on the
caster.
bin.
Oh, he's fine, he does it anyway. These are the adjustable caster turnbuckle top arms, which are probably going to be a little bit tougher. What I find with these is whenever you run the body post limiting screws here, unfortunately that seems to transfer any load down through the wishbone if you have an accident and break the wishbone. Saying that, I ran that correct wishbone for about 3 meetings.
And the top back.
Yeah.
And the hub. For half the season.
I replaced 2 servos. I was thinking it was a servo was knackered, and it wasn't. It was the rear hub was wrong.
The hub was sheared.
Yeah, thanks, Joy. You make me.
Oh, no bother.
Yeah, you're an absolute superstar. You are. Why am I doing this with you tonight?
I don't know.
I don't know either. You're sacked for the next one.
No. Okay.
Oh
no, my non-existent pen.
Yes. You paid in parts that you break. Blades. Double carbon drive shafts in the front, same as the MS1. The normal CVDs for the rear. All the rest of the gubbins and stuff. But it's in here that I actually want to have a proper look at.
Carbon bits.
Yeah, the carbon bits same as the alloy hubs on the MS1. And there you go, that's what I wanted to see. Aluminium, again, they're cast alloy hubs. They're quite a bit smaller than the alloy hubs in the MS1, which again does no harm, it's the same bearings throughout then. But that's where they've generated the longer wishbone with a shorter offset hub, because that's the ball stud goes into there. So that's right out at the edge, bearing it there, everything else. So it's, instead of moving the inner mount, they've kept it the same, lengthened the wishbone and then shortened the offset from the hub in. But it's superb to see their aluminium out of the box. Should, like I say, add some toughness to it. And again, the matte black carbon is just lovely.
Bearings.
Yeah, bearings, 4mm clamping hexes as well.
Nuts.
Yeah, and the serrated nuts as well. So yeah, I mean that's another thing that realistically, my car has the alloy hubs. My MS1 has the alloy hubs front and rear, and they were about 70 quid a pair. So all of a sudden, there's 140 quid that we shouldn't have to spend on the car. I mean, I'm aware that I really only race mine indoors, so it is a hard life for it. But still, why do I need that? Oh, it's okay. No, thanks. Appreciate the effort.
That was like sharp.
Not your wit anyway. Right, back in please. That way, Albert.
Shell.
Okay, bag 9 then moves us on to really finishing bits and putting the electrics into the car. One thing that Oh,
That's
look
solid
at,
metal.
look at that. That's the new low profile servo mount.
That does look
Because this all mounts up top, this obviously raises the centre of gravity up. That now sits down, sits lower, sorry, sits at the front like that, because that's where the servo horn goes, and mounts the servo right on the ground, right on the chassis. So there's no messing about. They really have gone to, must go over the belt. Oh, that's actually, hang on, that's really nice. That goes over the belt then, so any lead that comes out isn't getting affected by that. That's a lovely bit of equipment, that is. Everything else in the bag's pretty much as you would expect. It's the old 18mm 8.5. That's the same steering rack as the MS1, and all the rest of it's all exactly as you expect as well. It's not a bad thing. That all worked really well.
The shocks are smaller than the outdoor shocks.
Where new shocks are the same after that.
I know, but I think no, they're so much smaller than the off-road.
Oh, the offer guards, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, into bag 10, I don't need to open this. This is the same, exactly the same shock, it appears, as the MS1. Bearing, bottom cups, yeah. And everything else, there's nothing really to report on that. We'll do the usual thing where we're building it, of drilling a millimeter hole in the top shock cap, just to relieve the pressure off the diaphragm. That's 1, 2, 3, 6 hole pistons, and a stiffer red and green spring on it as well. That'll be to counteract the longer wishbone where it goes into. But yeah, I mean, the shocks are very much a case of if it ain't broke. Shock oils, a 450 weight for the shocks and 7,500 for the rear diff. Nothing really to report on that. And bag 11, that is a familiar looking friend. Oh,
One of those body pins.
That's not. No, it's not. I thought it was. That's me looking at it. I thought it was the upper.
Oh.
But it's not. It's just the spacer for the thing. But yeah, I mean that's exactly the same bag 11 as we've had in the past 4 cars. So not too exciting about that. But yeah, you can see there has been a lot of improvement from where we are. It looks like it's not plugged in.
Oh yeah.
It looks like the shorty conversion will work straight in this as well. Yeah, springs will be the same, obviously pistons are the same. Roll bars are different, unfortunately, so they're gonna have to go. Bumpers the same. So as long as I print it out of the right material, that'll be great. Unless Joey's marshalling, I might put that on. Here, see if I can take your angle with me.
I've fallen off.
Oh, you've never fallen enough. There's always one more fall in you. And yeah, that's so. The next step is to get myself a couple of things free and get this built. Let's show you our prefaces. So the next thing is then we'll get this built. Our first run out. Am I right in saying the 30th of September?
Sunday is the 31st. Is the Sunday? Saturday's 30th. Yeah.
It was Saturday we raced touring cars. Saturday we raced touring cars.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Sunday's
Sunday we're down in Dublin. Yeah. So yeah, so that's really the time frame to get this sorted out. I have some painting bits to get finished first before I even look at them. But yeah, it'll be good to get this done. Whenever we get this built, we'll get a roundup of it. Don't know what we think of how everything went together. If it goes together like any of the other Yokomo kits that I've had, it'll be pretty much plain sailing. Everything just falls together on them. But yeah, really curious to get it on track. If I'm halfway near organised enough, I will keep electrics in this so I can run them back to back and report back to where I think the progress has been made. But yeah, that gives us something to go on, something to do for the next couple of weeks. Anyway, thanks for watching. It's bedtime now, So, bye.
Does he yours?
That's past mine, to be honest. But we'll deal with it then. Right, we'll catch you on the flip side. See you soon.
I'm gonna stop.
My remote's not working anymore.
No, I won't.
Oh, wait, hang on. There's a